Hello, welcome to Composition 1. I'm Mark Browning. I am your guide, your, your teacher, right? Nothing more than that. You've probably set a goal for yourself for this course, right? You've said, I want to complete it. Hopefully you've set that goal. I want to get at least a B, or I want to get an A, or I just want to survive, or whatever. That's a good thing. And I want to encourage you to set a goal for yourself and to make it something that will challenge you and that when you get done, you'll be pleased with it. But also I'm going to ask you to set another goal and something that has nothing to do with the course. I guess it could have something to do with the course, but probably it won't. But a goal that it could be anything. It could be I want to learn how to change the oil in my car. I want to learn how to speak Swahili. I keep using that example in the course materials. I want to lose 10 pounds. I want to stop getting angry at people. I want to stop smoking. I want to start practicing my clarinet again. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to ask you to set a goal, and we're going to use that to build papers around. Now, I've set myself a goal, and that is to run a half marathon. I'm actually going to do it a week from now, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it done. But after that, I'm going to set myself another goal. But I'm using that half marathon goal as a thing to write papers about. And so you'll get to read about my running, and you won't care, and that's okay. You don't have to care. But let me just tell you a little bit of background, and you can pretend to care. About a year ago, it was actually this. I'm recording this at the end of May, just before the summer semester starts, and this was about a year ago in August that I went back to school, and over the summer, my wife and I had been losing weight. We'd been exercising. We'd been riding our bikes a lot, and I'd been working out on my farm and doing stuff there. But when I went back to school, a lot of the bike riding and the work in the brush and all that stuff, it just wasn't there for me. And so I decided to start running, and I kind of liked it. And I decided, well, I'm going to run a 5K. I did that about Halloween time, and did okay. I was really surprised. I had a better time than I expected to have, and I kept going, went through the winter, and I thought, well, I'll do a 10K now. And I did a 10K. I did it I don't know, a month and a half ago, and I am proud to say I got a medal. Yeah, hey, yeah, now you're impressed, right? Now, and it wasn't just one of those, you cross the finish line, you get a medals, right? This is, look at that, first place, yeah, yeah, well, okay, now, just say first place male, I am, age 50 plus, okay, I'm 51, and there were, let's see, counting me, in the 50-plus category, there were, it was just me. Okay. But that's okay. I did it. I was reasonably pleased with my time. And, hey, that's okay. And I'm doing this half marathon next week. I will not win. Hospital Hill, I will not win. I will not come in first in my age group. That's all right. My goal was basically to finish. Now, originally I'd said I'm going to finish in less than 2 hours, and I'm not going to. I mean, it's possible, but almost certainly I won't. But I am going to finish with a respectable time, and that's good enough. That's my goal. Okay? Now, you can set a goal for yourself. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. And I want to use this running thing a little bit here for just a second to illustrate something about the other goal, the goal about the course. All right? A few weeks ago, I was out in town here. I lived near Oak Grove, Missouri, and I was out in town, and I was running as while school was still going on, and I saw these two guys, probably juniors or seniors from the high school, and they were obviously on the track team, and they just blew past. And I thought, wow, I am so slow and so old, and they look so graceful, so powerful. They look like they could go on for 10 miles and never go under 5 minutes a mile or something, or go over 5 minutes a mile. And I thought, that's cool, and I'll never get there, and that's all right. But then went about a half mile farther, and I ran into these three kids, two girls and a guy, and they were maybe freshmen. And they were walking and talking and having a good time. And I heard enough of their conversation to realize that what they were doing was they were taking a shortcut. And they were walking. And they were going to get back and say, yeah, I did, whatever it was supposed to be, 5 miles or whatever. Well, actually, they did like 2 miles. And they walked it. And I guess they were going to work up a sweat. And they were going to fool the coach. That I got clearly from what they were saying. And I look at that and I think, now what did they get out of that? They fooled the coach and they had a good time, but they got no benefit, right? This morning I went out and I ran 8 miles. Now I could have gone 4 miles and said, that's enough. And in my log I could have written down 4 miles. I could have posted on Facebook, ran 8 miles today. Who would have known that I was not doing what I was supposed to do? Nobody, right? And who would have gotten any benefit from it? Nobody. Why do I mention that? Because you set that goal. I want to get an A. I want to get a B. I want to just pass the course. And how can you accomplish that? You can conceivably cheat. Yeah, hopefully that's never even crossed your mind. But if you do, who's going to get a benefit out of it? Really nobody, right? You're going to have some credits on your transcript. That's nice, but that's not really the benefit of the course. You could just kind of coast through on whatever merits you've got and the abilities you got in high school and all, and that would be okay. But I want to challenge you to push yourself. I want to challenge you to not just coast, not walk down the side streets and try to fool the coach, but to get something out of this course. So that when you accomplish that goal, you can say, hey, I accomplished the goal, and I got a lot out of it. And I'm going to use that a lot that I got down the road. That's my challenge for you. I think if you do it, it will pay off for you. That's my belief. You could coast, okay, but that's probably not the best thing you could do. So, hopefully you read through the course materials. Hopefully they'll be straightforward. If they're not, give me a call. Drop me an email. Watch the D2L, especially if you're not familiar with D2L yet. Watch the little D2L video that I've posted. It's in this first section. And it basically shows me going through the course and using some of the tools. And even if you've taken the D2L, like orientation or something, you'll probably find it beneficial to see kind of how I think about D2L, because your other teachers may think of it in a different way. And it's not that I'm right or they're wrong or anything like that. It's just I'm the one that designed the course, so it makes sense to kind of get a sense of how I use it. Let's see. In this section, you're going to be doing a self-introduction. You're going to be reading some course materials. I think there's a quiz. If there's not a quiz, then there's not a quiz. But just go into the content, go through, do everything, and if you do it, you'll be in great shape. And I will talk to you when you get done. All right? Have a great time, and think about that goal.